Hey there, and welcome back to Am I the Asshole? Magic the Gathering edition. Tonight we have another Reddit story. Are you guys ready for this one? This one's kind of a doozy. Am I the asshole for loudly shaming someone for their poor hygiene during a Magic the Gathering event? I want to say before I continue that this is not my story. This is a Reddit story. I was playing Magic the Gathering a couple of weeks ago at the card shop with my friends and about a dozen other people like I always do. After the first round, my friends and I all noticed a pretty foul body odor. I get that Magic the Gathering players have a stereotype of bad odor, and sometimes someone might have a little funk. But this was pretty nasty. We eventually found the source, and it was a guy who nobody really talked too much. He just came, played, and left each week. Well, we tried to ignore it since he had never had this issue before, so I just assumed a freak occurrence. It was gross. But we got through the night just fine. Well, last week we went in for games, and the moment he got to the tables, we all recognized the same stench as the week before. At this point, I went to the owner and asked if he could say something, but he refused, saying we should just ignore it. Well, after a round of play, it got so bad that my friends and several other players were stepping outside between games just to get fresh air away from him. I finally had it, and before the next round started, I loudly announced to everyone, to whoever didn't bother to take a shower today or even this week, could you please do us all a favor and learn basic hygiene? This is disgusting and you should know better. Everyone went quiet, and the guy in question finished his game and quickly left the store. While everyone initially seemed to appreciate what I'd done, the owner gave me a few dirty looks, as did a few other players. One even approached me after the tournament and told me that was a cruel way to handle the situation. Was I wrong to do this? Listen, I get it. Like, genuinely. When there is some bad hygiene going on, it can be frustrating. And I completely understand how it's hard to be around that kind of person. But, like, I can never imagine yelling like that to where everybody can hear you, making it a public spectacle, saying, hey, you're a terrible person, go take a shower. You have no idea what that person is going through. They could be in a severe depressive episode or something. I don't know. But all of that being said, I do think that that person needed to be talked to, because it's not okay to have your funk in a public place like that. That is genuinely gross, and to inflict yourself upon other people is not okay. I think that one of the errors in this story is that the store owner wasn't willing to take that guy aside and say something. And say, hey, I need you to go home and take a shower. I need you to go home and take a shower. Please leave the store. You can come back after you have taken a shower. Or asked him, hey, why do you need some help? Like, what's going on? It's an assault on the senses. Believe me, I understand. But, like, you could have pulled them aside privately and said, hey, you need to take a shower. Yes, exactly. You don't know how that person is doing mentally. Definitely send them into a worse spiral by doing this. So I think the OP is an asshole. I think that the situation as a whole was a horrible thing. I think the person that hadn't taken a shower is also partially an asshole, because they need to take care of themselves if they're going to be in a group of people. Like, bed rotting and rotting at home is one thing, and I've done that before where I've just been in such a funk. But if you feel well enough to go to the store, to the LGS, and play in a tournament, you can take a shower. Public shaming is seldom, if ever, productive. And that was just not the way to go about the situation at all. Insane behavior. Can you imagine how that person felt afterwards? I mean, like, a part of me hopes that all that happened afterwards is that person just went home and finally took care of themselves. That's all I can hope for, but I highly doubt that that's how that happened. They probably went home and spiraled worse. It feels like an attack. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Like, lasting damage, like public humiliation can do to you. I know what that's like. I was bullied really badly when I was in school. That's, like, actually traumatizing. I was a really awkward kid, and I don't even know what the catalyst was, but I had to move schools. People were so cruel to me, I had to move schools. It was a physical bullying, it was mental bullying, it was horrible. I will deal with the scars from that shit for the rest of my life. Like, I have social anxiety because of it. Like, my social anxiety, like, is wholeheartedly because of the bullying that was inflicted upon me. And to have somebody publicly yell at you like that in front of a bunch of people, in front of your peers, in front of your friends. Especially, it sounds like this person was already ostracized within their community. They said in the post that nobody ever really talks to them. That kind of shit hurts really bad. And I don't know. I feel for this person. I know that they probably need a really good friend to help them. They're probably going through a really hard time and they don't have a friend. And this person could have done that. They could have been that friend. Because it sounds like they have friends. It sounds like they're a good person. Like, you know, a good enough person to have a group of friends that they're tight with, that they go to the LGS with every week. But they decided instead to be cruel. And that is what's wrong with society. I can never imagine being that cruel to somebody. I can't. It actually breaks my heart. You know, it breaks my heart for him. Really bad. So, at the end of the day, to wrap things up, the original poster is 1000% the asshole. The other person in this story, I hope gets the help that they need. And I hope that they are able to take care of themselves. And I hope that the Magic the Gathering community as a whole can learn how to take care of themselves. But yeah, guys, deodorant. My friend, deodorant. It's your best friend. Deodorant and a shower. And if anybody ever needs anything, please check out my Discord. We've got a lot of really great people. And if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm in there 24/7 and I'm here for you guys, okay? I love every single one of you guys.